So while Lisa's over at Freddie and Roma's, I'm going to be making some shaker style doors for my client over at Chateau. And shaker style doors are very plain, very framed with an inset panel. They look lovely. They really do look nice. They're very clean, very easy to maintain and all that sort of thing, and relatively straightforward to make. Unfortunately, I don't have the facility to film the whole process, but what I am going to do is cut everything up and then go through every stage that I go through, and you'll see it. This is really for my client Mike, who said to me, when you're making the doors, do a video. As I say, they're relatively straightforward to make. Literally what you're doing is you're making rails and stiles, verticals, rails, horizontals, and you're making a framework that you can inset a panel. Now all of these are going to be made out of MDF because it's straight and flat, and a good thing to make them. A lot of people on YouTube make shaker style doors out of MDF, and that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully we'll make this work. I've got to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. Some of them are, the bottom ones are quite big and they're going to be 3 panel, and the 2 sets at the top are going to be single panel. This is for a cupboard that we've made in the hallway in Mike's house, and I'm sure you've seen that, Lisa doing the walls and me doing the framing and everything like that. So this is the top, where there's a top sort of cupboard space, and this is going to be the top door, and then we have the door to the main wardrobe or cupboard like this. So these are going to be, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doors we've got to make. So this is how you make a shaker style door. You've got your stiles, which, as I say, the verticals, and your rails, which are the horizontals, and then a panel that is inset in a groove that is run round with each of these. Your rails incorporate your tenons, so they go into here. Everything is glued up nice and square, we hope, and that is your shaker style door. Right, so we've cut all our rails and stiles, all ready to go. The 2 lots at the end, these ones here, the little ones, these are the upper doors and the long rails, and sorry, the long stiles, and the rails here are for the big doors. I won't cut the panels out until I've actually done all the tenons and the mortises, and then dry fitted everything together, so I know I've got the right size panels. I've got to do some marking out to see I can get equal panels in the 3 panels of the large doors. But yeah, we're on our way. It's a lot of cutting out, and what we've got to do now is we've got to cut loads of grooves in all these pieces so it can accept the panel. Also, what we've got to do is cut these grooves, and we've also got to cut our tenons on the end of the corresponding parts, so everything fits together, everything gets glued up, and that will be your door. So the first job really is to set up the saw, and I've got these things here that I bought quite a long time ago. These are called featherboards, and they're by a company called Bow Products, and I saw these on, I think, the Dusty Lumber channel on YouTube. It's a fantastic channel. The guy is a master woodworker and has access to a lot of really good products, but also he does a lot of good reviews and all this sort of thing, and lets people know what's available. And I managed to get these. But what they do is these run into the mitre slot of your table saw, and then when you're pushing the wood that way like that, so you're pushing the wood against those, and it stops it from wandering, so you get a nice clean straight groove or cut. Right, now we've made our tellers, and you see we've got our groove to accept our panel, and the idea is that we put this little lot together with the panel, and then nice and tight. That's your door without its panel in. Obviously panel goes in the centre grooves, in the grooves all round there, the grooves all line up. You've got a nice joint there like that, but that will now form the first door for Mike's hallway cupboards. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to do, and not all this size. Right, finally all done. Let's go and stick them on the wall, shall we? As you see, the doors are all done. They're the shaker style, and I did sort of 3 panels, so you've got a smaller panel at the top there with those doors and those ones in there. So that's it for this week. I hope you liked the video, me making shaker style doors. And if you like this kind of thing and you like renovation, please check out the rest of the videos on this particular channel, and on the Chateau channel and our workshop channel. Like, subscribe, do all those good things that you do. Comment, because we love the comments. And hopefully we see all you lovely people next week.